إياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين.
Thank you, Yusuf Ashraf. Good evening to our distinguished guests and other participants who have kindly joined us in this meritorious event tonight. How's everyone? Well, I hope that you guys do, because there will be lots of entertainment for us to look forward to. But before that, let me introduce myself first. I am Jarek, and I will be your host tonight.
I am Azra, and I will be your co-host for tonight. I'm also very thrilled to meet our amazing guest tonight, Derek. But before that, let's hear our appreciation speeches by our Fit Union Senator Aminah Said and Vice Senator Sarah Johijal.
Assalamualaikum, hello, and a very good evening, everyone. I am Aminah Said, the Senator of Fit Union, and I am one of the main organizers of the event tonight. First and foremost, I'd like to express my sincere gratitude to all of our special guests. I am more than pleased and excited to have you all joining us, and of course, that includes our lovely and supportive participants. My Vice Senator and I aim to host the event to showcase local talents within our own community here in Brunei, to motivate and inspire our future youth to enter the creative industry and be more comfortable in sharing their passion with others who have the same interests as they do. As quoted by Harriet Tubman, every great dream begins with a dreamer. Always remember you have within you the strength, the patience, and the passion to reach for the stars to change the world. I hope that the dreamers in attendance tonight may gain more insight into the creative route that they want to pursue, and perhaps will be able to contribute to the creative industry and empower themselves as youth of Brunei. So let us make the most of this 2 hours event, exposing local talents, supporting them, possibly creating new talents, and in general, just supporting one another, showing love to our youthful people. So sit back, relax, fill up your minds with empowering thoughts, unleash your inner creativity. Lastly, enjoy yourselves. Sarah, take it away. Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you, Mina. Salam and good evening to all of our invited special guests as well as the audience. As mentioned by Mina, my name is Sarah Johijal, currently the Vice Senator 2 of Fit Union. I'm one of the event organizers as well. Before we start the event, I would love to express my sincere gratitude towards the invited guests for agreeing to participate in one of the biggest events Fit Union is hosting this year. I am truly grateful with the amount of audience tonight, which I believe will benefit the most from this event. I hope that we could inspire each other to unleash our potential in the creative industry, since I have witnessed many of our youth in Brunei that are both talented and hardworking in the creative sector, may it be singing, dancing, designing, modeling, filming, writing, and many more. Without further ado, I will let the MCs, Jarek and Azra, lead the event. Let's have some fun tonight.
Thank you so much, our Vice Senator, Senator Aminah Said and Vice Senator Sarah Johijal. But before we introduce our guest tonight, let us take a photo session. So now, to dear participants and our distinguished guests, please kindly open your camera and smile.
Okay, thank you very much. Freestyle.
That was my freestyle.
Okay. It's okay. Hold your attention for a few seconds. Okay, thank you very much.
Oh my God.
It's okay, easy.
Thank you, one of my committee. Now, you are very welcome to keep your camera on as there will be performances. However, you can also switch off your camera due to poor internet connection or etc. Next. I will go through the housekeeping rules with you guys. First, I kindly remind you that you are not allowed to screen record the promotional videos made by our guests. Second, if you have any questions throughout the whole program, we do have a Q&A session at the end of this program. So during the Q&A session, please raise your hand using the reaction button and unmute when it is your turn to speak, or you can type your question in the chat box section. You are also encouraged to give Zoom reactions such as clap, heart, wave, smile, or confetti. And don't forget to have fun, everyone. Now, shall we begin? Let us first begin with Growth, which is a youth organization that consists of 7 members, which are Yasmin Safri, which is the founder of Growth.bn, Hannah Zainidi, Zoe Chan, Zed Smith, Natalie Yip, Chloe Shim, and Alicia Jeffrey. But before that, let's watch their performance video and also promotional video.
Hi everyone, I'm Natalie and I'm a member of Growth. Just as a brief introduction, Growth is the first adolescent-led organization here in Brunei, and we aim to amplify the voices of youths. Besides that, we have incorporated 4 pillars into Growth which reflect our long-term goals. These include environmentalism, creative arts, mental health, and poverty, in which we all hope to see improve during the years to come.
The main focus of Growth is for us to be an outlet for youth empowerment here in Brunei. We know that there are many capable and incredibly intelligent teens here in Brunei, and we want to give them the opportunity to showcase their talents and also be able to take initiative and make a change with subjects that they are truly passionate about.
As a part of Growth's contribution to Radiate Hope, we've gathered a group of adolescents from the music community here in Brunei to put together a variety of performances that showcase the resilience and endless talent of young musicians. Having the privilege of working with Fit Union has been an eye-opening experience. We've learned so much more about how to cooperate as a team, and we're so grateful that we have received this opportunity to showcase and give more exposure to the potential of the creative arts industry in Brunei.
Today, we are so excited to be showcasing the talent of 12 young musicians who have worked extremely hard to put this show together for you, so we hope you enjoy.
Hello everyone, my name is Paris, I'm 13 years old and I play the piano. I've been playing the piano since I was 6 and I'm now currently working towards my Diploma 1. I'm very excited to show all of you here today the piece that I'll be playing, which is the Chopin Waltz in E minor. I hope you all enjoy. I think youth empowerment means to encourage young people to do great things for themselves and also to make great impact on their society.
I'm young, I'm 16, I play the drums, played for about 10, 11 years now, started picking up the sticks and haven't dropped them since. To me, youth empowerment is the opportunity for our generation to present our talents and capabilities, as well as conveying your thoughts and opinions to the other generations of society.
Hi, my name is Celine On, I'm 19 years old, and I'll be performing No One Else from the musical production Natasha, Pierre, and the Great Comet of 1812. I developed an interest in music when I was 3 years old. Since then, I have had the opportunity to learn violin, singing, and piano. I enjoy singing the most. Because of this, I have ventured into the world of musical theater. Through this, I have been able to express myself fully by performing on stage and singing songs that I enjoy. Thank you and happy listening.
First time I heard your voice,
growing room, and I simply forgot.
Hi everyone! So, to me, youth empowerment is all about giving the youth, aka the young people, the opportunity and the encouragement to do the things that they are passionate about. With the right support system and resources, the youth will be able to flourish with new, fresh ideas. The youth, young people, have a lot of untapped potential. In order to release their full potential, the youth have to be constantly empowered. After all, young people represent the future. Thanks, everyone.
Hi, my name's Anika. I'm 16 years old and I'm currently a grade 8 violin student. I'm really honored and happy to be a part of this event, and I hope you'll enjoy my violin cover of Heal the World by Michael Jackson. Thank you. empowerment to me is allowing young people like us to voice out our unique opinions and beliefs, as well as giving us an opportunity to be independent and take charge of our own lives. Youth empowerment can also be encouraging us to be courageous and explore our interests in order for us to reach our full potential, which will definitely benefit both ourselves and society.
Hi, I'm Hannah.
Hi, I'm Zoe.
Hi, I'm Ryan.
Hi, my name is Marvin.
Hi, I'm Kushi.
Hi, my name is Chloe, and today we'll be performing Shivers by Ed Sheeran.
I took an arrow to the heart. I never kissed a mouth that tastes like yours. Strawberries and there's something more. Oh yeah, I want it all.
Lipstick on my guitar. Fell off the edge and we can go real far. Go dancing underneath the stars. Oh yeah, I want it all.
You got me feeling like I wanna be that guy. I wanna kiss your eyes. I wanna drink that smile. I wanna feel like my soul's on fire. I wanna stay up all day and all night. Yeah, you got me singing like, ooh, I love it when you do it like that. And when you're close up, give me the shivers. Oh baby, you wanna dance till the sunlight cracks. And when they say the party's over, then we'll bring it right back. And we'll say, ooh, I love it when you do it like that. And when you're close up, give me the shivers. Oh baby, you wanna dance till the sunlight cracks. When they say the party's over, then we'll bring it right back.
On the backseat in the moonlit dark. Wrap me up between your legs and arms. Oh, I can get enough.
You know you could tear me apart. Put me back together and take my heart. I never thought that I could love this hard. Oh, I can't get enough. When they say the party's over, then we'll bring it right back. And we'll say, ooh, I love it when you do it like that. And when you're close up, give me the shivers. Oh baby, you wanna dance till the sunlight cracks. And when they say the party's over, then we'll bring it right back. Baby, you burn so hot, you make me shiver with the fire. You got this thing we started, I don't want it to stop. You know you make me shiver. Baby, you burn so hot, you make me shiver with the fire. You got this thing we started, I don't want it to stop. You know you make me shiver. Yeah, you got me singing like, ooh, I love it when you do it like that. And when you're close up, give me the shivers. Oh baby, you wanna dance till the sunlight cracks. And when they say the party's over, then we'll bring it right back. And we'll say, ooh, I love it when you do it like that. And when you're close up, give me the shivers. Oh baby, you wanna dance till the sunlight cracks. And when they say the party's over, then we'll bring it right back.
Youth empowerment gives a voice to the people. In today's society, as social media surrounds us, adolescents hide certain problems because the media says it's weird or negative. This causes these problems to become more worse, and we must abolish it by giving the people an authoritative figure, someone who is not afraid to speak out and address these problems. This in turn gives people the feeling of empowerment, as well as the confidence to speak out for themselves without feeling judged or being in the wrong.
Hi everyone, my name is Oliver and I'm 17 years old, and today I'll be performing See You Again by Charlie Puth on the saxophone. I started playing the saxophone around 6 years ago after going to a jazz festival, and from that moment I instantly fell in love with the saxophone. Although I do primarily play jazzy songs on the saxophone, I do dabble with the classical repertoire as well a little bit. I personally love playing the saxophone because of the sound and the versatility that the instrument gives you. I also have a deep connection to the instrument, and it allows me to express my feelings, whether it being online or in a theatre. I think in this modern time we are starting to slowly transition into a more youth-powered society, where the younger generations actually have a voice that will be heard by the people. Changes are beginning to happen that benefit us and the people around us. This does take a lot of courage and tenacity, but I think that there are plenty of people in our community that are ready to take this challenge face on and try and make the future of our generation less polarized and more united.
Hi, I'm Shannon Sen. I'm 13 years old. I began learning the violin in mid-May last year. Besides the violin, I also love to play the piano and classical guitar. Today I will be playing Concerto No. 5, Third Movement by Sykes on the violin, accompanied by my mother, Marietta Del Mar, on the piano. empowerment means encouraging the youth to do great things for ourselves and to impact those around us.
Thank you so much for this amazing performances. Now who we have here are Hannah and Yasmin with me. Hello.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm doing good, thank you.
Great. Okay, I want to ask, how did you actually reach out to people of different age groups from as young as 8 up to 18 years old?
So the first thing we did was we took it to social media because social media makes it really easy to kind of circulate information by allowing reposts, reshares, and all of that. And I think we can all agree that nowadays several platforms such as TikTok, Instagram, Twitter can be considered as a hotspot, I guess, for many people and teenagers in particular. So yeah, but aside from that, we were also able to reach a wider audience through personal connections and things like mass forwarding.
Yes, I very agree. It's true that social media actually play a big part in our life. But why did you choose growth out of all areas? In what aspect of growth is this organization is actually focusing on?
So growth aims to focus on 4 aspects which we hope to see improve in Brunei. This is environmentalism, creative arts, relative poverty, and youth mental health. We want to include the Brunei adolescents in bettering our country and encourage them to take the initiative to solve their problems they see within our country.
Yeah, and I think what's really convenient is that growth doesn't limit us to just one focus. Although how Yasmin mentioned, we have 4 pillars, we're still able to branch out and do things on a much broader scale.
That is very amazing. I can't wait to see more from that. But what is your future plan? Are growth top organizers going to be fixed? But what happens if your members have graduated? Are you going to select new young members?
So the 7 of us are mainly going to run growth until we graduate, and even then I'll still be involved. After we all leave this country and go our separate ways, we'll pass growth down to younger and newer members just to give other people the opportunity to lead. We are planning to select members hopefully from throughout Brunei. We want to include people from different schools, ethnic and socioeconomic backgrounds, just to ensure that everyone can feel represented.
It is amazing. I can't wait for actually to see that in the future. But what do you hope to see from your marketplace in terms of the growth and different products from other shops, other than foods or accessories?
I think just to see more people get involved and be present. Take this event, for example, and the number of people who are watching, the fact that we, alongside Fit Union and all the other guests, of course, were able to encourage others to come and watch, feels really fulfilling already.
So growth is very open for that, right? Such an organization that is amazing. What are your plans that you have in expanding your organization?
Hopefully, after this pandemic, we are looking to get accredited and become an official NGO. We're also planning on working with larger companies here in Brunei and plan bigger events that relate to our other sectors, not just the creative industry like today's event. And maybe we are planning to do something like a podcast. And like I mentioned previously, we also are hoping to expand our team.
I can't wait for that. That sounds very amazing. And I'm pretty sure that our guests or our participants tonight would love to actually participate in your organization as well. And lastly, do you have any advice that you want to share with the youth here and the participants or those people that you want that wants to be a part of your organization?
So one message I would like to deliver the younger generation is that you are capable of doing so much and you have the potential to create real change and fight for the things you believe in. It's never too early to start. Even the smallest things like informing on global and national issues and spreading the word can make such a monumental change.
I second that. And just a small thing from me is just to trust your ideas
and don't feel like you have to restrict yourself from exploring further. Very true. And even me, I feel very inspired to actually join your organization. And actually, that is all for our questions tonight. But thank you so much for your time and being here with us, because it's a pleasure to have you as our guest tonight. Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you. And now let us have 2 minutes break. So if you guys need to go to the toilet or grab some more popcorns before we continue, please do so. And a reminder to any mga linga registered participants, please do not forget to scan the attendance QR code as shown on the screen for mga linga purposes. Thank you.
I hope everyone is back from the 2 minutes break. I hope like everyone has gone to the toilet or grabbed some popcorn. Shall we? So now we shall continue. So our next guest is Mashura, who is a young successful lady who is a sustainable fashion advocate and content creator, also the founder and CEO of Brunei's first creator marketing agency named Elevating Social. But before we proceed to the sharing session, let us first watch a video prepared by Mashura.
Hi everyone, it's so nice to virtually meet you all. My name is Mashura. I am a model, content creator, and I am the CEO of Elevating Social, Brunei's first and only creator marketing and management agency. On my social media platforms at MashuraXO, I promote sustainable fashion, clean beauty, and positivity. I started my creator journey back in January of 2021 when I quit fast fashion for good. And as of December 2021, I have amassed an amazing community of over 7,000 engaged followers. I've also worked with so many sustainable brands such as Nordgreen, Sondeflor, Ana Luisa, Karuma, Barner, and Wind. But that's enough about me. I founded Elevating Social, Brunei's first agency that specializes in creator marketing and all things social media marketing. We help businesses market effectively through social media marketing and creator marketing For more information, visit elevating-social.com and follow us on Instagram at elevating.social. Aside from all of that, I am a student, much like most of you guys here. So if I can do it, you can do it too. So let's get to the interview part of this, shall we?
After watching the video prepared by Mashura, please let us welcome Mashura. Hi, Mashura.
Hi, Jarek.
How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Are you ready
so
for
happy.
this interview?
Yes.
All right, nice. Okay, let's go on to the first question. So like I'm sure like along this whole journey of being involved in the fashion industry starts with like interest and like sometimes like it goes with like the source of inspiration. So how did you get interested in this field of art? Like who actually inspired you or what inspired you?
So as far as I can remember, I've always been in love with fashion and I've always dreamed of being a world-renowned model and all that. So it's always been like second nature for me to dress up and express myself through the clothes I wear. My biggest inspiration in life would definitely be my mother. She's always encouraged me to follow my dreams, do what I love, and she supports me through it all. But regarding my fashion inspiration, I really don't just have one because it's the environment I'm in and the media that I consume that influences my style.
Yeah, I do agree. Like everyone has always has like it's always good like to have supporting parents, especially and for us to be able to pursue what we actually love to do. So yeah, I actually agree. A lovely answer. So let's go on to the second question. So for the second question, like again along this whole journey, I'm sure like you've gained a lot of skills, gained a lot of different personalities by encountering different people. So one of it is self-confidence. So I'm curious, like how did you build your own self-confidence?
So I believe that when we're born, we are blank canvases, and everything we experience is what paints the picture of who we are. So I owe my confidence mostly to how I was raised and the people I grew up around. I was always taught to love myself and was always encouraged to be myself. So I was never taught to compare myself to others because everyone is unique and beautiful, and that it really isn't a competition. So for example, if I ever said anything negative about myself at all, my mother, she would always remind me, and she still does, of how beautiful, intelligent, and worthy I am, and that no one is perfect, but I am enough, and those words will stay with me forever.
Again, I agree. Like we should just always like express ourselves without any doubts or without any basically any thinking like where we think like like we just think that we're not enough, but actually it's just ourselves, and I think it's actually ideal for you to actually do so. Yeah, again, so let's proceed to the next question. Again, in this field of art, I'm sure like when you got involved in this fashion industry, you faced a lot of challenges or obstacles. So what are the challenges or some of the challenges have you faced in Brunei in this field of art?
So I'd say the number one challenge for me is that the fashion community in Brunei isn't as large as it is in other parts of the world. But that can be due to, our small population, or the fact that fashion isn't really recognized as a real form of art and self-expression. So that means it isn't the easiest for me to find friends that basically live and breathe fashion as I do. But I have found my community of people online, so that more than makes up for it.
Despite all the challenges that you face, I guess like we all always learn something from challenges that we face, and we tend to share with any other people who actually want to traverse into this industry. And again, like I think we actually found out like from the video itself as well from just now, Like we found out that you quit, you basically gave up on fast fashion and continued to support sustainable fashion. So may we know the reason why you only support sustainable fashion and not fast fashion?
So this is because I am aware of the harmful impacts that the fast fashion industry has on people, animals, and the planet. And it's because I care about human rights, women's rights, children's rights, racial justice, and environmental justice. So therefore, I choose not to support this industry by not purchasing from it and encouraging others to do the same too. Because did you know that over 75% of fast fashion's garment workers are involved? 75% of fast fashion's garment workers are women, and that over 170 million children are involved in the industry supply chain. And have you heard about the inhumane working conditions that they're forced to work in while barely earning a living wage? But I also recognize that fast fashion has become the billion-dollar industry it is today because of the upper and middle classes making it our job to quit. It's not on those who lack access to resources such as time, money, and alternatives like lower income classes or the plus-sized market. And so I boycotted fast fashion brands completely in January last year. I've reduced my clothing consumption in order to mitigate waste, and I've consciously decided to support sustainable, ethical, small, and local businesses, but only if I need to purchase something new, because my first choice is to definitely shop secondhand when I can.
Again, I think like to our dear participants, even myself, after hearing all those reasons that you've said and the validity and the statistics you actually provided for us, I think we actually know the real reason why you only support sustainable fashion, not fast fashion. Again, thank you for that lovely answer. So again, since you're involved in this fashion industry, I'm sure like a woman usually shop like anywhere where they would prefer to purchase their clothes. So where do you usually shop? Like where would you recommend us or the participants to purchase your clothes?
So most of my clothes are actually hand-me-downs from my mom. That's why there are some of the clothes in my closet are older than me. But what I recommend everyone else to where I recommend everyone else to shop is to shop secondhand, because we have enough clothes on this planet, and so we don't need to produce more clothes. And that's why Thrifty is perfect. It is a secondhand fashion marketplace, especially for Brunei, and the app is launching in late February of this year. Their Instagram is at ThriffyBN, that's THRYFFYBN, and I will be selling some items on there too, so be sure to check it out.
So to our dear participants, please take note, since Mashura will be selling basically her products to the website given, like what she said from just now. So on to the next question. How did you come up with your own style of clothing? Are there any special tips on color coordination or pattern that you could give us?
So I wouldn't say that I have a cohesive style of clothing, although I am working on it. I just wear whatever I feel like wearing. So some days it's a bright yellow dress, and then other days it's an all black outfit. And there are some rules I follow to look stylish, such as in one outfit, only one piece of clothing or accessory can have a pattern, so it isn't too in your face. And then no more than 3 main colors in one outfit. And then the last one is the rule of thirds. And yeah, that's basically it.
Thank you, Mashura, again for that brief description of what special basically of how you came up with your style of clothing. And I think everyone has their own preference, so I'm sure like everyone's preference is on unique in their own ways. Yeah. Again, on to the next question. Do you have plans for opening your own clothing shop in Brunei? And if so, is it possible that you can talk us through some of the details?
Maybe someday, because at the moment I am kept busy by my work as a creator, as well as working on my agency, and on top of that, my studies. But as I mentioned earlier, I will be selling some items on Thrifty, which will include some secondhand clothes, handmade jewelry, and some hand-sewn accessories too.
All right. So again, from the video, I'm sure like all our participants and even myself also have this question. Like from the video, you actually introduced elevating.social. So how did you come up with elevating.social?
So I'd like to introduce Elevating Social a bit further for those who are unfamiliar. Elevating Social is an independent social media agency based in Brunei that specializes in creator marketing and all things social media marketing. We provide professional services to businesses all over the world to help them market to Gen Z through creators and social media. We also manage and represent creators to assist them in monetizing their platforms and content by connecting them through brand partnerships. And so the story behind it is I've always toyed with the idea of starting my own agency ever since I started studying social media marketing and gaining firsthand experience as a creator in the industry. But I never really took the initiative to actually go through with the idea. And it was honestly because I didn't think I could do it. But when the second wave's lockdown happened and school was online again, I had much more time on my hands as we were just staying at home. So one day I had that light bulb moment idea to just go ahead and start my agency, because I realized that Brunei is really lacking in a creator industry, a creator economy and a proper social media marketing industry. And so I decided to be the change that I wanted to see in the world. And that brings us to where we are now. I have an amazing team that helps me manage our creators and work with our clients to deliver the best results possible. But our story is just beginning and there is so much ahead of us.
Wow, great answer, Mashura. So I'm sure, so to all the participants, please follow elevating.social. I'm sure like you can get more details from there. And again, Mashura, again, you are one of the big achievers in Brunei. Please continue to do so. But unfortunately, like those are all the questions for you, Mashura. Again, on behalf of my team, I would like to thank you for actually agreeing to be involved in this event and actually spend your time to share about your experiences to us and to our dear participants. I'm sure like that most of the participants right now at this point, after hearing this interview session, some of them may just be future designers, future fashion advocate like you. Again, thank you, Mashura. And now I'll pass it back to Azra.
Thank you so much, Mashura and Jarek. I really love Mashura and just having her as well. Who we have next is a writer and director of Serpihan Masa Lalu, a story about friendship, love, and first heartbreak featured in progressive media. Singer for Alamat Hati and Takluk featured in Pelangi FM, which is Muiz Bakar. But before that, let's watch his promotional video.
Oftentimes, we only start to realize how much a person means to us once we lose them. Pernah I'm Hazim.
Dalila.
Dalila. Do you maybe want to go grab something to drink?
For all we know, he could be an axe murderer. Apa axe murder? Nak datuk belang.
Are you not going to introduce us to him?
Never in a million years.
Hey, don't worry, we still have time.
Time for what?
Time to get to know each other more. What's that supposed to mean?
It's your life, dude. You do you. Do you realize, Zim, what you're doing to her is unacceptable?
I love you, Hazim.
What did you say?
Siapa ni Lila laki-laki ah?
Hurt teaches us to understand. Falling teaches us to grow. Losing teaches us to gain. So I may be there, and you may be here, but whenever you put that on, I'll always be here.
Thank you so much for that promotional video, and I really love it, even if it's just a trailer. Next, hi Miss Bakar. How are you?
Hello, I'm alright. How are you?
I'm great too. Are you ready for the interview?
100%.
Okay, first question. How did you actually come up with the title of Serpihan Masa Lalu? Is it based on a movie plot of any books that you've read?
Serpihan Masa Lalu is an original story that I wrote over the period of my moving forward from my previous partner, as well as personal stories of failed relationships my friends shared with me. So no, it is not in any way inspired by any of the books I've read.
But yes, the fact that it's based on a real life story must have made a great impact on you. But I'm really curious about how are the actors or actresses casted or chosen? Is there any specific criteria for it?
Not really, I would say. Casting Leila wasn't hard at all. Dalila is the leading character for the show. Okay, so basically all these characters you think are fictional as you watch the show, every single one of them actually exist, in my life. Dalila's character is basically my former partner and I combined, and I casted my sister Wafika Abubakar because I see myself in her, and in her I see Dalila. And as for Hazim, the leading guy, we wanted to cast a fresh actor and someone who can, easily charm people through his smile and the way he talks. And then through 10-1 models, we found Safwan Sofian.
I really love that. And you actually casted your own sister. That's very interesting.
My sister, yeah.
Okay, but what are the in the insight of the filming? Can you provide an insight of it and how actually directing works?
Right. An insight. Directors make creative decisions to decide the look or the feel of a film. But all right, aspiring directors, let me just tell you this: do not ever feel disappointed if the final product differs from what you envisioned during the writing process or pre-productions, because we're only capable of planning it, but it all depends on the technicalities of, things to execute a project on the actual filming period. I hope that answers my question. Your question.
It does. Part of it, yes, because it's true that some don't really go the way you want it to be. How do you actually drift away from music or the film industry, such as doing comedy skits or musical theater? Do you have plans in them?
Did you say directing or starring in a musical theater?
Plans in drifting away from music or
Okay.
the film industry.
Okay, drifting away.
Yes.
Honestly, to write or produce or direct a musical theater, I don't see myself doing that. Mostly, mostly because I want to star in a musical theater or a musical film. Because starring in musical theater has always been a dream of mine since I was, 14. And I love singing, and I've been acting for TV since I was 8. So it would actually mean a lot to me if I ever get casted in a musical theater or a musical film or show. As for involving myself in a comedy skit, I'm not sure how I feel about that. Mostly because I don't really do jokes. I can't joke, but I'm willing to try.
Really anticipating on that. But if you actually do participate in a musical theater, maybe you could hit us up and we could join and watch you there.
Will do.
Okay.
Inshallah, one day.
But do you have any? I mean, is there any upcoming projects soon? If yes, will it be on the music or the film industry?
My next projects, I think most of them are in the music scene, music industry, because I'm working on a third single with Izuan, E Studio. And also the music video to my second single, Alamat Hati, is coming out on the 22nd of December on YouTube.
Really anticipating on it.
Yeah.
Can't wait. Pretty sure the participants are also waiting for it. Next question is, do you have any music genre that you would like to try in the future?
Okay. My next single that I'm working on, hopefully in April, we start producing it. It is going to be a slow ballad song, something you can listen to when you feel like crying in the middle of the night in bed at 3 a.m. in the morning.
Do you have a title for it already?
We're still working on it.
Okay. But do you have a mind of what the title could be?
The title? Well, not really, but yeah, no, that's all I can say, I think.
Right. No more spoilers, right?
No more spoilers. Yeah, no.
I'm I'm really proud of your achievements. So if can you just share your achievements with us and your progress?
Achievement? Did you say achievement?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, sorry, you got a little yeah. Achievement. Again, my I would say my latest achievement now is that my second single, Amat Hati, is competing in a RTV show called Expressi Hits. And it's mostly a show showcasing appreciation towards local lyricists and music producers. And you guys can catch it on RTV Aneka or RTV Go Go Live and Pelangi FM every Sunday at 2 p.m.
Yes, pretty sure the participants are also like taking note of this information. Do you have any challenges that you've faced for the whole journey that you've gone through? Any related to MIB restrictions, perhaps?
In terms of filming,
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I guess not so much of MIB restrictions. As you know, some of the crew members young I work with for Suprema Selalu, they have worked for ITB before. So okay, we had Khalil Kashfi on board as one of the executive producers, and Arifin Zainal, and then Tika Nasruddin, and many more. And these people, they sort of know the ways of producing a content that is MIB friendly. And also with the help of Olivia from Progressive Media, we understood the do's and don'ts Lajua. So not really, on MIB restrictions. Although the challenges I faced throughout the production of Suprema Selalu were mostly time and scheduling, because most of my actors, they're all Atukan. Well, during that time, they were also bound with other projects. Like Fakurazi, he was also doing Bintang Search when he filmed Suprema Selalu.
So I feel like your friends here, they're very experienced, right?
My crew members, yeah.
But despite all the feedbacks that you've received, whether it's good or bad, what actually motivates you to keep going to where you are now?
I mean, I would say my parents, because they're the first people who believed in me, encouraged me to pursue filmmaking, pursue singing, do whatever you want, So I remember when we did a premiere for Suprema Selalu, when Progressive did a premiere for Suprema Selalu, I remember seeing them walked into Empire Cinema, and my dad was like teary-eyed, and my mom was smiling from ear to ear. And I guess I'm very grateful that I got to see them experiencing something that I created on the big screen. So yeah, most of the things I do these days are they're basically for my parents lah.
I agree. And yes, and the fact that they're actually very proud of you and they see your creation. If you were my child, I'll be proud of you as well.
Oh.
Would you like to say anything to our viewers here tuning in with us tonight? Perhaps something that you could could inspire them to follow their dreams and make their parents proud.
Okay. All right. I just want to say to you guys young watching, whether you're an aspiring director, aspiring writer, or actor or singer, my advice is to go for it. Just keep going. And if you're unsure of how you're going to kickstart your career, build a network, ask around, and don't be shy. And don't be afraid of being criticized, because criticism exists for you to improve.
I agree. Thank you so much. And that's very true that in this world we get criticized a lot, but it's just up to us to actually take it or not. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Right.
No problem.
Okay. Thank you so much for your time. Really happy to have you here with us tonight.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. Now, back to you, Derek.
Thank you, Azra. Our next guest is Iskandar Karim, who is also a producer, writer, director of I Want to Be Famous, featured in Progressive Media. He is also a content creator on TikTok, Instagram, and LinkedIn. And not many people know about this, but he is also a storyteller at heart. So let us first watch the trailer of I Want to Be Famous.
Assalamualaikum. Hi everyone. I'm Dato.
I'm Hazik.
Apa tuh rasanya jadi Laksmana's most popular guy?
Let's just say I like to keep it low-key. It's good that you have Adam. He seems like a good friend.
Excuse me guys, sedang-sedang ya jadi diva nih.
Let's hatch a plan to get famous real quick.
since she tagged me in her IG stories, I got like what, 10 followers?
Ya tak apa. Mun audition untuk play pun kesuruh jadi daun kayaknya. Sasak ko si Sarah sa Miss Pizza. All influencers are the same.
At least people know my name.
Guys, Mambawang posted.
Macam Sarah siya tu ba? What if benar? Kalau si Mambawang tahu lagi, habislah ko. Whoever this onion lady is, she's really getting on my nerves.
She can either make or break someone.
Hello there, my little onions.
She accused me of something I didn't even do. And now Mambawang and everybody else decided to rally behind her and cancel me.
You know how mysterious Mambawang is?
The faster they rise,
So how do you feel about Mambawang mentioning you in her post?
I hate you!
the harder they fall. Everything has an expiry date.
Damn, Mambawang is a savage, huh?
Now, after watching the trailer, I'm sure like that some of you may have a clue, or most of you may have a clue of what he is capable of. So now let us welcome Iskandar Karim.
Hello, hi everybody.
Hi, Iskandar.
Hi, Jarek. It's really great to be here tonight. Thanks for having me.
So do you have a specific preferred name that I can call you, or do you prefer you Iskandar?
You can call me sorry, you can call me Izzy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hi, Izzy. So are you ready for this interview?
Yes, as ready as I will ever be.
All right, nice. Okay, first question. So since we've won I Want to Be Famous, so we were wondering, is I Want to Be Famous a story based on real event, or is it made up by you? Because like we see from the first Instagram post that it all started with an idea. Could you please give an insight of what the idea was?
Okay, so I Want to Be Famous is born under the Pitch and Produce initiative by AITI and Progressive Media, where they invited several production houses to pitch a 5-episode series. So they gave us the freedom to make anything from horror, reality. So I came up with an idea that was originally a chick flick, but it quickly evolved into a hybrid of that, mixed with coming of age teenage drama. Being a content consumer myself, it was very important for me to know what kind of shows that people like to watch at that time. And the theme of cyberbullying and cyber stalking was quite mainstream. As you know, we're living in the age of social media. Instagram is so huge in Brunei. So I'm taking inspirations from shows in the US like Gossip Girl, You, and also Bridgerton. So to simplify the explanation, I Want to Be Famous is basically the Bruneian version of that. And it was very important for me that the characters reflect how, you know, the teenagers act and think, and that the backdrop of the show being set in Brunei plays a huge role in the series, because I wanted the show to feel relatable to some people. And, you know, in the show, you'll notice that some of the characters will speak in full English, ada yang cakap Melayu, Brunei, and others will speak in Rojak lah. Just basically how we normally speak with our friends and families. So little details and nuances like those are very important for me.
Thank you, Izzy, for such a lovely answer, because like I think like maybe some of us or some of the participants have actually watched I Want to Be Famous. So on to the next question. So I'm sure like you've come across a lot of people or a lot of celebrities. So like for the actors or actresses, like were the actors and actresses in I Want to Be Famous casted or chosen? Specific criteria or requirement for them to fill in?
Okay, so some of the actors or talents, I would say, were pre-casted, and some of them actually came to our casting call that we promoted via social media, Instagram mainly. The only criteria I was looking for at that time is that one, that they understood the assignment, and secondly, I was looking for people who weren't shy in front of the camera, because at that time we had a really tight schedule, so we didn't have time to train or give them acting lessons. So we were very, very lucky to have such an awesome and talented cast that I'm very, very much proud of. And most of them, actually, I would say all of them, it was their first time acting in a series. So they all delivered, and I'm very, very happy.
Wow, after you actually explained us about the criteria and how you chose the actors, I want to ask your personal opinion. Do you think I can fill in the criteria?
You definitely can. You're actually killing it right now.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Looking forward to the next production that you will make in the future. So, still relating back to I Want to Be Famous. Like what again? You specified this earlier, but can you specify more on the objective of this show? Like, what is the message that you are trying to address to the public or the younger generation?
So for me personally, besides making sure the production quality was top-notch, the end goal is always hoping that we can create something that people can enjoy and talk about. The rest of the perks are just bonuses. So if people learn something from it, then I'm so glad. But if they simply enjoy watching the series, then for me personally, mission accomplished. There were so many people from different age groups that sent me messages on Instagram saying that they relate to the show and that they understand the pressures of social media and how it affected them. So it really, really meant a lot to me that they take the time and effort to message me and share with me how this show affected them in their own personal ways. So yeah.
I agree. I think like most of the participants, if they do watch I Want to Be Famous can relate, and sometimes like this actually happens in our daily life. So sometimes we just don't know how to deal with it, and this is one of the production that I would recommend, and personally you would recommend for our participants to actually watch. So proceed to the next question. So again, along this whole journey that you've started in producing I Want to Be Famous or other productions that you've made before, what are the challenges have you faced in this journey? Like anything related to MIB restrictions, and what were the reactions that you got from your viewers after they watch this I Want to Be Famous?
Okay, so prior to filming, when I Want to Be Famous got greenlit by AITI and Progressive Media, they made it very clear on what we can and what we cannot do. And most of them are really basic requirements. So they didn't really have any effect on the storyline, alhamdulillah. So, and plus the main character, Dato, she wears tudong. So I'm pretty sure MIB or Mora would be so happy with that. And in terms of the reactions we got, they were pretty interesting. So, you know, being my directorial debut, is also my first time writing a full series. Feedback is, I take feedbacks very seriously. So there's feedback on the production side of things, and also there's feedback on the story. While I welcome any type of feedback, I mostly focus on criticisms relating to the story. Because admittedly, there were a few setbacks during productions because of the tight schedule. And for those who watched and have production background or film buffs, they'll definitely spot a few errors here and there. But ultimately, like I said, whenever people tell me they enjoy watching the series and they share who their favorite characters are, that gives me so much satisfaction. So yeah, and overall, I'm just so grateful that the feedback and responses are mostly positive. Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah. Sorry.
Oh, wow, nice. So again, I think previously, or relating to the previous question, so after they watch I Want to Be Famous, maybe some of our participants, even myself or my committee, are maybe expecting a season 2 of I Want to Be Famous. So the question, is there going to be a season 2 of I Want to Be Famous?
Okay, let's see. What can I share for now? Okay, okay. So there's definitely talks, but nothing official or concrete yet. Progressive Media is waiting for me to get back to them, and it's also because I'm currently in the middle of another project, which I'm very excited to share in due time. I've also met with my co-writers, Bash Hari and Iqbal Masmin, to explore some potential storylines for the second season and what kind of characters we want to introduce. So I'll definitely keep everyone updated once it's official, because stuff like that I don't think I can keep for long. And also, everyone who watched the show has asked so many times, and I'm so thankful and grateful for the interest. For now, you guys can all just follow I Want to Be Famous on Instagram and TikTok, and watch out for the news and updates.
Wow, nice. To our dear participants, please take note and follow Iskandar Karim on Instagram or TikTok as well to actually get the updates or news.
Yeah.
So other than I Want to Be Famous, or like other than ideas that you've actually thought of before, like did you ever, like, for let's say if you haven't published something, like do you ever think of any ideas like which have not been published yet so far for now?
Yes, there are a few potential ideas and projects in the pipeline that I am very, very excited to produce and write. I am not going to share publicly for now, but the one thing that I'm most excited about is the idea of the people that I have in mind that I would like to collaborate with on these projects, because I've seen some of them on social media, and their passion, their creativity, and their unapologetically being themselves inspires me to just make something for them. So inshallah, we'll see.
All right. So enough about I Want to Be Famous or any other ideas that you've actually talked about. So I mean, like throughout this whole journey, I think like you have a lot of advice or tips that you can give to our dear participants. So would you have anything to say to our viewers who are actually tuning in tonight with us? Perhaps something that could inspire them to follow their dreams, to like never give up or something.
Okay. All right. So first of all, everyone involved in this event, yourself included, thank you for having me and the rest of the guests. Also, thank you as well, everyone who's spending their weekend with us tonight. I really hope you gain something from it. I guess the only thing I'd like to say is that I was once young as well, just like you all are. So whatever phase you are in life right now, whether you're still trying to figure things out, or you've figured out what you want to do, but you don't know how to achieve that goal or how to get there yet, I've experienced it. It's all part of the journey, and I'm still on that journey as well. As you can see here, my peers and myself, the other guests, we consist of people from various backgrounds and ages. So, and plus, I think I'm the oldest here. So don't worry about timing, because it will all eventually work out. I've been writing since I was 25, and only now at 30 years old, I get to produce, write, and direct a series. So the right opportunity will present itself at the right time. Timing is everything. So set your intentions, your goals, be kind to other people, but always be kinder to yourself, be respectful, surround yourself with like-minded people who believe in you truly, trust in yourself, most importantly. If for some reason you aren't able to do it now, you're meant to learn something from it. So next time you're definitely going to kill it. So don't be hard on yourself, because I can understand the expectations society put us all in. So just blur everything out and focus on yourself. That's all I can say for now.
Again, lovely answer, Easy. And some of the chat has been really well. I mean, as Syed, our senator, actually said that you don't look 30, and our vice senator
Korean skincare routine. That's why
actually said that you're actually in 20s.
Yeah.
Again, lovely advice for our dear participants. But those are all the questions for this interview session. Easy. Again, we on behalf of our participants and our committee, we would like to thank you for actually agreeing to be involved in this event and actually spend your time to share about your experiences to us and our dear participants. I think at this point, even myself are actually intrigued, and maybe some of us are quite interested to be involved in this production of yours. Again, thank you, Easy.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Now, everyone, we have come to our final guest sharing session. So our final guest is Rick Brett. Rick Brett is one of Hanazim's great minds. Hanazim is a digital depository of contemporary art and culture based in Brunei, featuring local artists. Rick Brett is also a figure in the creative industry that public's interest through his creativity, fashion sense, and sensational content on multiple platforms. But before we continue to proceed to the interview session, let us watch an instant video prepared by Rick Brett. Wow, after watching the introduction video prepared by Rick Brett and Hanazim, let us welcome Rick Brett of Hanazim. Hi, Rick Brett.
Hello, everyone. What's up? I'm so excited for this interview.
May I call you Rick, because like we pretty much share the same name, so.
Yes, you can call me Rick. You can also call me Rick Brett, but I would prefer if people just call me Rick. Yeah.
All right, Rick. Let's proceed to the interview session then. So the first question, again, like throughout this whole journey, like who actually or what actually inspired you to start this creative artwork?
Okay. My inspiration mainly for creating an artwork, whatever it is, it's mainly using your resources around you, or generally what you surround yourself with. I would say that I'm surrounded by really creative friends. So I would say that they are really like my biggest influences. And, it's also the things that I consume on the internet. For me personally, it's things like Toilet Paper Magazine and, anything that Doja Cat does, because she's amazing.
Yeah. I mean, like everyone, like sometimes like come up with huge discoveries, and sometimes like this, it just like drops up, and like everyone can actually appreciate like how much you put effort into this. So on to the next question, like into this specific industry, like what is your main objective in art, and what concept do you stick to?
Okay, I would definitely say that my main objective when it comes to creating whatever it is to always have fun and, just don't take things too seriously and just do it. That's it. Just have fun.
Yeah, I would say having fun is one of the crucial things that we actually need to have while doing this, because like sometimes if we're not happy while doing it, like it's no use. Like I think sometimes in this life we only live once. So yeah, I actually agree. So on to the next question. So the last post on Instagram that we saw was last in February. So does the second lockdown in Brunei affect the progress in your project, such as resorting to digital art?
Yes. Okay. I would want to welcome Rochelle. She would be answering the question.
Hi, everyone. I'm the other half of Hanazim.
Hi, Rochelle.
Hello. Hi, Jarek.
Hi, Rochelle. What a pleasant surprise.
To answer that question, basically most of our notable works have always been done in a physical form. We've done exhibitions, and even the content in our zine has always been, with real people in a real life, interaction. And it really has affected our projects, within the year 2021, because we really did have a lot of things that we wanted to show everyone. But because of the whole second wave coming into effect, it was definitely a challenge for us, and we constantly have had to adapt accordingly to the ever-changing digital landscape.
So yeah, I actually agree. Like, well, again, like pleasant surprise from Rochelle. So I think like we didn't expect this at all, but actually good surprise. This actually got me more motivated. And again, going back to what you said, I think like in other certain circumstances, like we have to resort to different means, and sometimes we just have to improvise to get to what we actually want. So actually, I'm actually really, I think on behalf of our participants, we're actually proud to have such great achievers in Brunei who actually resort to unique means to actually get to what they want. And this is a good example. So again, to the next question. In this field of art, I'm sure like you have faced a lot of challenges or gone into against like obstacles in life. So what are some of the challenges have you faced in Brunei in this field of art?
You can go.
Okay. I think on a personal level, I feel like burnout was something that I feel like we've had to deal with, especially because we were hella ambitious with, with what we wanted to showcase. And we wanted to, as much as possible, cover all of the different creative art forms that Brunei really has to offer, because there's so many amazing creatives here that I feel like at some point we weren't able to showcase everyone the way that we want them to be showed to the world. And I feel like we've done a lot, but sometimes it still doesn't feel like it's enough, which, shouldn't be the case, because we really are doing our very best all the time. And I think, I feel like on a very personal level, like burnout is something that a lot of creatives have had to deal with. Yeah.
Also, like I would also add the pressure of what it is, because I feel like for the past we've always been, about the creatives and being a platform. We've noticed that there's been a lot of platforms that have, risen or like rising throughout the year, and I feel like they're doing more of a better job. So like, comparison is definitely unavoidable when it comes to anything, whatever you're doing like creatively. So I feel like for this season for Hannah Zine, I feel like I would say for the direction, I would say that it's going to be more focused on ourselves and just celebrating our inner circle, because it's going to be more exclusive than it already was, because I feel like the pressure is just like, it's a lot.
Again, despite all the challenges, I think like especially you or other participants will always learn something and actually improve themselves in a better way. And I think everyone should relate to this. Yeah, again, we are so proud of you to actually be surviving until this time, despite all the challenges. So on to the next question. So most youth nowadays love doing art, and a close example from just now, I think from Ghost.bn, even though there's still a progress, and it's an act of healing for them, but couldn't choose a full-time career of doing art. What is your aspect on this matter?
Okay, I mean, I feel like when it comes to like career of doing art, I feel like there's a long way to go, especially like doing art or pursuing art to be a career in Brunei, or at least, for it to be a sustainable job.
Yes.
Or, when it comes to career. So like my advice would definitely just to, just do you, because there's a lot of companies that are more accepting now and want to elevate their companies by hiring creatives. There's a lot of, startup companies like what Mashura is doing, which is amazing. I feel like it's, just do you, and then these companies will notice you.
Yeah, again, like I think everyone has their own ways of doing things, and sometimes like we just can't see the beauty, but then until that someone gets successful, we can see like, oh, how this person actually put so much effort into this. So yeah. So again, related to the youth, I guess, like, do you have any specific message or special message for the people attending the event tonight about supporting Brunei's creative industries in general?
Okay, yeah.
I feel like for me, it's definitely trust the process. I feel like that is really important, especially with a creative industry that's still in its formative, years. I feel like people need to stick together and they need to, trust that whatever it is they're doing will amount to something good. And with a very good support system around you, it'll be easier for you to tackle on all of these little challenges along the way, which is expected, obviously.
Yeah, and I would say, like, I think my message for like everyone or like whoever is watching is, to not be afraid of whatever mistakes you're gonna make, or if they're gonna criticize you or not. I believe in the saying that double your expectancy of failure if you want to succeed. And I would say, like, my mentor, which is Ida Patera, that everything is a learning journey, so you just have to like keep on keeping on and never be afraid, and to just keep on doing what you're doing.
I agree. Like every day we learn something new every day, and one of the skills that we should do is to never give up and to always like do something until you get successful, so that you can prove anyone else wrong who actually made judgments about you before. And those are all questions for the both of you. Pleasant surprise again by Rochelle. Again, thank you for all the lovely answers and
Thank you for having me.
experiences and sharing session. I think everyone has been inspired by the both of you to start this whole journey and become successful achievers in Brunei. And again, salamat po, everyone.
Thank you.
So yeah. Okay, now everyone, we have come to the Q&A session. So if you guys have any question, please raise your hand using the reaction button as shown at the bottom of your screen and unmute to speak, or you also can type your questions in the chat box section. And also, when it is your turn to speak, please tell us your name and which organization or school you are from before you ask your question. From the screen, I can see our Vice Senator Sarah Johijal has raised her hand. Please unmute to speak.
Just give me time. Hi, Jarek. As you guys know, my name is Sarah Johijal, the Vice Senator. I would love to ask a question to Mashura. Wait a minute. Okay, so to Mashura, do you have any tips on shifting from buying from fast fashion companies, especially to those who can't afford?
Hi, yes. And well, the only way is to stop buying new clothes. You see, fast fashion thrives on the consumer's mindsets that they need to constantly buy, when in reality, you don't need any more clothes than you already have. And for example, most of the clothes in my closet are over 3 years old. And as you know, most of them are also from my mom. And I know that they look quite stylish and fashionable, but that's only because I know what works well together and how to choose timeless pieces and what silhouettes are on trend. So one way you can completely quit fast fashion as well is to step out of the mindset that you need to follow every single trend and find your own personal style, which isn't easy, but it's a journey worth going through.
Thank you, Mashura.
Thank you. Next, we have Habib. You can tell us your name and which organization you are from. Okay, Habib actually texted in the chat box that he doesn't have questions, but he wants Easy to do the TikTok intro. Please, I really wanna hear it. Easy, go ahead.
Oh my God, Habib, I'm dying.
just nail it.
Wait. I'm sorry. Oh my God, this is honestly a comedy show, but am I being pranked right now?
No.
Anyway, yeah. So, okay. Hi, Habib. Thank you so much. Okay. So, hold on. What was it? Okay. So you want to hear my
Yeah.
TikTok intro?
Yeah, your TikTok intro. And
This
he is
exactly,
also one
I'll
of
show
your
you guys how I
followers.
record it, okay? So this is how I do it. So when I'm editing, I'm writing the script, and then this is how I do it. I use this voice recording app. So it'll be me in my bed, and just saying, hello, welcome to, I can't even do it right now. Welcome to the life of an average Bruneian who can't drive for a year. That's it. Welcome to the life of an average Bruneian who can't drive for a year. Okay. There you go.
Thank you so much. Everyone is loving it. Thank you, Easy.
Thanks, Habib. I can't believe I just did that. I'm crying.
So on to the next participant. One of our participants, Ashraf Nursal, actually raised his hand. Please unmute to speak and tell us your organization.
Hello, I'm Ashraf from Fit Union, and I have two questions actually. One of them is for Iskandar Karim. Since I don't have TikTok, I don't get the 1 year without driving thing. So if you could elaborate further. And my other question goes to Rickred and Rochelle. I just want to know the inspiration behind the name Hanazin, because I always thought that it was done by someone named Hana, but apparently it's not. So I want to know how you came up with the name. Thank you.
Okay. So hi Ashraf. First of all, I'm happy that you're not on TikTok. Don't ever download TikTok. It's an addicting app. So stay away. Secondly, your question ties into my advice to everyone to make sure you renew your driver's license and your car insurance. Because that's what happened to me.
Saw the video on TikTok.
So basically, I was driving my sister's car, who is currently in Jeddah, and nobody in the house knew that the car insurance had expired. So I confidently drove through a roadblock, acted like macam orang dah bersalah, so confident. And when they stopped me, I was like, what is going on? So they were like, oh, your road tax. And then I got pulled aside, and then they checked that my car insurance expired. So I had to pay a compound fine. I can't remember, is it like $50 or $100? And I thought that would just end there. But not having your car insurance is a serious offense. It's a criminal offense. So I got called after we went to the endemic phase, I got called to court for a hearing. So I got fined $750 and my license is taken away for a year. So please take this seriously, everybody. And yeah, hopefully an insurance company will hire me to be their spokesperson.
Yeah.
But yeah, on to Rick and Rochelle. Hi guys, oh my God, I miss you guys.
Hey, oh my God.
Okay, I'm gonna mute myself.
Thank you for your question, Ashraf. We basically, the inspiration for the name Hanazin was because of the neighborhood that we grew up in back when we were
young-ish.
Yeah. So we lived there for about 9 years, and basically that became like an inspiration to use for the name, because we basically came of age in that neighborhood, and we were like, okay, it would be kind of symbolic to use it as the zine name.
Yeah.
So that's how it came about. It is a place in Brunei. Just to be clear. Yeah, I hope that answers the question.
Thank you so much, both of you, Izzy and both of you amazing people. Next we have is from Biha. Can you unmute yourself, tell us your name and which organization you're from?
Hello, can you guys hear me? You guys can hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. So my name is Nabeha and I'm from the UBD. So the question here is quite general for all these three guesses. It's like all of you mentioned that you have this passion and always been into art for a long time. Sorry. And for me, I'm also the one that like art ever since, but then I don't have the actual support for it, to the point that I feel like the more I grow up, I still have the art passion, but then not exactly going through it, to the point that right now I started like, do you guys actually ever experience those, like you mentioned that you guys have some sort of support and whatnot, but then again, like, do you actually, like, how does it throughout the journey of it, like people surrounding you, and also how about the inspiration? Is it always that consistent or something like that? I'm sorry.
Please. Any of the guests would want to answer her question? You can unmute yourself.
Okay, so some of the hi Biha, by the way, thank you so much for your question. Some of the questions weren't clear, but just correct me if I'm wrong. You're asking, how do you find the right support system, is it, and how to stay consistent? Is that it? Are you okay?
Yeah. I think she's okay. I think her question is your throughout journey.
Yeah, I'm always nervous when I'm fine.
It's okay. Wait, so is that right? You wanted to ask how to find your support system and like how to stay consistent, ka?
Yeah, that's because that I've been seeing like people always post this, post that, to the point that I'm comparing myself like, how? I mean, I know it's about discipline and whatnot, but then to the point that when you think about how the environment, we are all in our different. Some of them in the environment of people actually feel positive about it. Some of us are like, not really. That's why I want to let you know how to find that good spot of balance between satisfying both sides, personal and also the environment that technically support, not support kind of thing.
Okay, so I think first of all, when we were talking about, I think Rick mentioned about comparing your work and to other people. I think that's something everyone goes through, but I feel like instead of you being hard on yourself and thinking that other people's work are much more nicer or more creative than yours, I feel like instead you should turn that energy into inspiration. Like I understand where you're coming from. I think when I was much younger, I also faced what you faced, but it's ultimately you just have to believe in yourself and don't worry about how other people are doing. Just focus on yourself. Because how old are you, Nabiha? Biha?
21 in October.
You're turning 21
Yeah, later in October.
in October. You have a whole life ahead of you. You have more than enough time to practice, create. You have more than enough time to fail and get back up and do better. So I wouldn't worry so much about you. And I think when it comes to finding the people who support you in your journey, it's just a matter of time. You just need to network and share your passion to other people, join some, I don't know, workshop or attend some events. Never, I don't think, in my opinion, from the outside, it may look like certain creative groups are exclusive, but they're actually not. Some of the Rick and Rochelle's group, they're also friendly and they're so like welcoming. It's just that they may look but honestly, they're the funniest human beings on earth. And it's just a matter of time. You'll find your soul tribe eventually. Like, trust me, like you just, this is, I know when you're so young, you're so emotional and you're so prone to like feeling like, really just hard on yourself. But trust, like Rick and Rochelle said, trust the process and yeah, just do you. I feel like a dad now. Okay, I think the younger ones should speak. Yeah.
Hi. I just kind of wanted to add to this a little bit. So I'm 15, but I've had a lot of experience with like performing on stage and stuff because I got into music at like a really young age. And there were so many times growing up like that I've been in really competitive situations or stuck at a point where I was just like, like why don't I have more opportunities? Like why isn't any of my like hard work being recognized, that sort of thing. And it's been very discouraging, but I think that if you really surround yourself with people that make you feel positive about your work, like people that will lift you up and give you constructive criticism, instead of surrounding yourself in environments where you'll like yourself will kind of compare with people that will have kind of a negative effect on your mindset, it can really help in that sense. Yeah.
Thank you, Izzy and Zoe, for actually answering that question. Let's go. Let's proceed to the next participant. Jadrian, since he has raised his hand, your organization.
Hi everyone, my name is Jadrian and I'm from Pusat Tingkatan 6 Lain. My questions is actually applicable to every invited guest here. I have two questions actually. How do you guys push through your worst times? And what life lesson are you guys most grateful for? So any invited guest can actually answer this question.
Any guess? Yeah.
Okay,
Probably,
this is
okay.
Yasmin. Since I'm still quite young and I haven't really experienced much in life, but I have gone through plenty of hard times, especially during exam season and like academic pressure. And I would say the one thing that really helped me was by surrounding myself with a really good support group, like what Zoe said. So finding the right friends and really talking to them, talking to people and really releasing and sharing that burden with other people truly helps with pressure and stress, and it makes you feel less alone. But other than that, I haven't really found any other ways to cope. And I think that's something I'll learn as I grow older.
Thank you so much, Yasmin, for answering this question. Okay. Next is Mukri Maslani. If you could please unmute yourself, tell us your name and which organization or school you are from. Okay, he texted in the chat box that anyone can answer this question. To all the creators, is there a point where you almost gave up your dreams along the way, and what makes you to keep moving forward? Any of the guests can answer.
I'd like to answer it.
Sure.
So yes, there was a point that I almost gave up. It was late in November last year, so pretty recently. But what I did is I took a break because I almost gave up because I was burnt out. And so what I did is I just took a break and, because I really needed that break. And then the thing that kept me moving forward is, my passion for what I do. And so I think that because without passion, you won't have any motivation. So you need to find something you love and do that.
Yes, I would also like to add to what Mashura said is finding what you love, because I feel like there was a point where it was just like for us last year, there was a lot of like things that were being posted on Reddit, and then there were like a lot of cancellations that were happening around our circle or like close to us. So we were just like, for me, I was kind of just like, okay, do we just like give up and just like stop this here? Mm-hmm. For me, I feel like always know like your biggest reason why you're doing what you do. And I feel like I remember this is a Lady Gaga quote. She said, live for what you create and die protecting it. So just like no matter like whatever, if you want to give up, always just remember the reason why you started doing it, and then you will just get back up. But also take your time.
Yeah.
You know.
No, but I totally agree with what he said. You always have to go back to your biggest why, because it's very easy to quit, honestly, and it requires a lot of thick skin to be able to fight for what you believe in. So
yeah.
Thank you. So let's proceed to the final participant. I think it's Alicia who raised her hand from Growth Brunei. Alicia, please unmute to speak.
Hi, I actually have a question for Zara Mashura. I just wanted to ask, what would you suggest be the solution to people who aren't exactly economically privileged enough to avoid fast fashion? People who are buying clothes not necessarily for fashion or aesthetic, but for basic necessity. What would you suggest how they could avoid purchasing from fast fashion?
As I mentioned earlier, people who don't buy fashion to follow the trends, they're not really the problem. The problem is people who overconsume fashion, which causes throwaway culture, wearing it once and then throwing it away. So the solution, since they really aren't a big part of the problem, what they can do is, what they really do is wear their clothes to the fullest potential and buying secondhand if they, want something else.
Thank you so much, Mashura, for answering. Okay, now if there are no more questions from our participants, but if you do have more questions, you can just follow them on their Instagram or other social medias. But for now, should we continue, Jarek?
Yes, we shall. Now, we would like to open the floor and invite Yang Berhormat Major General Besara, Datuk Paduka Seri Haji Aminuddin Ihsan to share his thoughts on this event.
I thought you're muted.
Sorry. I think Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and a very good evening. I think the first word, yes, I'm speechless. I should not be making the last call tonight. I think what has been shared tonight is amazing. I think to Iskandar Karim, you are the oldest, I agreed, in terms of wisdom. Your wisdom put you as the oldest participant tonight. But I'm the oldest. Okay, I think I must be about twice your age, I guess. So, but I really amazed with the type of wisdoms that are being shared tonight. I think I have to thank Yasmin, Hannah, Mashura, Muiz, Iskandar, Hannah Zain. My apology. I think I'm not in the world of these creative industries, because the reason is that I only knew you all tonight. There's something wrong with us here. I think we should be exploiting what the creative industries should be, and the benefit is a lot to be gained. So I think I have to put this word of apology to all of you. I think we have to take this seriously. That creative industry should be taken, serious, and we should build a good platforms for our creative industries. And I thank tonight to Fifth Union and Growth Brunei for giving the opportunities for all of you to speak up. It's not about empowering, you see, it's about to see the talents that are being shown tonight. So I thank you for giving that opportunities that I can benefit from tonight. You are just an amazing people. If I can sum up what I saw tonight, is that I see a lot of amazing and talented musicians. I also see entrepreneurs with visions. You all are entrepreneurs with visions. I also see creators who think big and smart in their approach. And I also see that you all are seeing challenges as not an issues, but you are tackling this with smartness and in a fine ways. And I also see that you take challenge and convert this to opportunities and adopt to unforeseen circumstances like COVID-19. And what is important is to change the landscape in Brunei. I think we have to take this seriously. I think Maishura talked about creator economy. We talk about creative economy, but you all are talking about creator economy. We talk about creative art. We talk about sustainable fashions, not fast fashions. We talk about creative industries of musicians, art, fashion industry, film industries, and we talk about content creator. And we have to think about this industry as a career. I think these are the things that I learned tonight, that I as ministers and also other ministries have to benefit this, and we have to, it's sayang kan if we don't take these opportunities. I think the talents are all in there. But also thank you for sharing that, you see, the importance of intentions and goal, and you share with others. Just go for it, keep going, build network, support group, don't be afraid, accept criticisms, never give up, keep on learning, and create great change, and don't restrain yourself to explore. But what I like also that you also look into the positivities. You have to trust the process. We are still in formidable years, but we in the government, we have to ensure that we give the right support system and platforms. And I look forward for the Growth Brunei to be an NGOs, and I look forward to work with you all in the creative industries. You all are amazing. It will be a great loss if we don't take advantage of what our young people, the talented young people are in the creative industries. And last but not least, you need to turn this energy to inspirations, and please take a break if we are burnt out, but never quit. I think these are good quotations that I learned tonight. Thank you for sharing this. I have a lot, we have a lot to gain from all your passions. Your passions are so high. I think I feel sorry to myself, that we have to take this seriously. Okay, and thank you. And I enjoyed tonight. And to the creative art, let me just share you the good news. The gallery will be open. The gallery in the old custom building will be open, inshallah, by next month. It is already completed. We have an art gallery there. This is for you to showcase all your art. So it will be open soon in February, hopefully. The building is already completed. And another gallery is being converted in the stadium. So hopefully all these spaces can be used by all these creative industries. And thank you for sharing. Iskandar, you're the oldest. I'm not the oldest. I take you the oldest, but it is because of your wisdom, not because of your age. Thank you. And Mashura, never met you before. You're very inspiring. Okay, I think we should be working together. And to Muiz Bakar, I've never seen your drama. I think I'm going to look forward to see your drama Sepihan Masa Lalu. And also to Iskandar, I look into your drama Membawang or The Famous. Never knew this. To Hannah Zen or Rick, we look forward for your art to be displayed. So to Growth Brunei, let's work together because you're going to be the NGOs. I look forward not only in creative industries, but in terms of tackling poverty. These are real issues, and I look forward for that. So thank you. I enjoyed the evening, and thank you to you all. May Allah bless you all, and may your path will be an easy path for us to grow Brunei into another new landscape of creative industries and creative economies. Thank you. Enjoy it so much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and a very good evening. Thank you.
Thank you, Yang Muhammad Dato, for the inspiring motivational speech. I hope that after that inspirational speech and after this event, our younger generations, even our participants, can actually continue to create good stuff and amazing stuff, especially our special guests, special guests. Please do also continue to make great things, and I think hopefully Brunei can actually improve in terms of creative as well. So overall, amazing performance and sharing sessions by our guests and our performers. First and foremost, we would like to express our sincere gratitude to Yang Berhormat Major General Besar Dato' Paduka Seri Haji Aminuddin Ehsan, the Minister of Culture, Youth and Sports, Najas Nur Maslina binti Haji Sulaiman, Head Officer of Youth and Sports, for attending this event. Youth Empowerment and Unleashing Creativity in conjunction with Day of Action. We would also like to acknowledge and say heartfelt thank you to our brilliant and inspirational guests for agreeing to spend their time on sharing their experiences despite their busy personal and professional schedules. In addition to that, thank you to our participants as well who have joined this prestigious event. We hope that this event will be beneficial and will help all of you to grow as a person. Back to Azra.
I agree, Derek. I'm very inspired as well. But unfortunately, we have come to the end of the event. On the other hand, as with that, I hope to see future producers, fashion designers, comedians, singers, influencers, or even future NGOs among you. So now let us end this event with Surah Al-Ars, recited by Muhammad Yusuf Ashraf.
Thank you, Ashra. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Wal asr. Innal insana fi khusr. Illa allazina amanu wa amilu salihat wa tawassaw bil haqqi wa tawassaw bis sabr. Sadaqallahu al-azim.
Now,
Thank you so much,
just thank you.
Sorry.
No worries. Just a reminder to those who registered through Mangalinga application, please scan the QR code as shown on the screen for the completion of your attendance to our event tonight. Please take note that the attendance QR code and completion QR code are not the same. I kindly request the committee members of Fit Union and special guests to stay for a bit for postmortem while the other guests and participants may leave. Stay safe, good night, and thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much. Assalamualaikum. Bye. Okay, well done.
Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you so much, Ang Berhormat
Thank you.
Dato'.
Assalamualaikum.
Thank you so much, everyone. Have a great night. Assalamualaikum.
Waalaikumsalam. Thank you so much. Bye.
Lila. Wow.
So